In this week's parsha, we find the Jewish people doing what they often did in their 40-year sojourn in the desert, and that is complaining. A complete year has passed since the exodus from Egypt. God now commands the Jewish people to once again offer the sacrificial lamb on the eve of Passover, on the 14th of Nisan, which of course they faithfully do. Now along comes a group of Johnny-come-latelys, complaining to Moses that they were not able to bring the offering in its correct time, visibly upset that they missed this special opportunity. Why should we, they complained, be worse off than anyone else? Why should we be deprived of this special commandment? And what do you know? God says to Moses, they're correct. Tell the Jewish people the following new law. If anyone from among you was tameh, spiritually impure, and could therefore not bring the offering on Passover, or if they were traveling on a distant road, they can make up this missed opportunity by offering a Passover lamb 1 month later, on the 14th of Iyar, on Pesach Sheni, on the second Passover. Now, friends, this is really unheard of. The Jewish people complain that they missed out on the observance of a holiday and God institutes another one in its place. The holiday was rained out and there's going to be a makeup game? This doesn't make any sense. What's more, Rashi, one of the foremost commentators on the Torah, explains that the exception for those who were traveling on a distant road doesn't necessarily mean they were stuck in traffic and couldn't make it to the temple in Jerusalem on time. Even if somebody was in the city of Jerusalem, even if they were steps away from the temple's courtyard, even if they could have entered in time to bring the sacrifice, they are nonetheless given the opportunity to make amends and to go ahead and fulfill their obligation on the second Passover, Pesach Sheni, 1 month later. Shouldn't this law be limited to those who were truly blameless in their absence from Jerusalem? Shouldn't this second Passover be reserved for those who are not at all at fault in missing their observance? Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak Schneerson, the 6th Lubavitcher Rebbe, explains that this indeed is the eternal power and significance of the second Passover. It is never too late to rectify one's past misdeeds. Even if one has failed to fulfill a certain aspect of his or her mission in life, whether unintentional or even deliberate, whether one is quote-unquote impure or on a distant road, there is always a second Passover, a second chance in which they can make good on what was missed out. One may find themselves wandering on a distant path, far from Torah and the Jewish spirit. One may become spiritually impure, insensitive to the values and beauties of our heritage. Yet we are not doomed. We are never denied the opportunity of purifying ourselves, correcting any deficiencies, and returning to our truest potential. This week, we learn about the unbreakable connection and bond that each of us has with God and the Torah. It is never too late to return from a distant path and to reestablish the bonds that connect us with God, with the Torah, and with the Jewish people. I am Rabbi Benny Rappaport, and thank you for joining us.